Welcome, friends. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you're here with me. This is Emmy. I'm a CZT and a retired public teacher. So if you have any questions or anything, I can sure try to answer them. Today we're working on day 3 of Inktober challenge. Yay! I think you're going to love it. But my class will tell you I have a problem with a lot of stuff because I like what we're doing here. I grabbed my pencils out. I put everything handy, including an eraser that I might need along the way, who can say. And grab your scrapbook, the one that your creativity book that you're using today. And I'd like to take you back to our embellishment page that I asked you to start, because we talked about thickening and rounding corners. And today I'd like to talk to you about what we did with these tiny little beads when we did what's called perfs in Zentangle. So perfs, another way of saying tiny little beads. But if you want to make a row of perfs, it's just as simple as that. Just roll with your tiny little pearls right down the middle of wherever. Now, sometimes you're going to see perfs being black, and sometimes you'll see them being white or whatever color paper you have. And there's a lot of things you can do with perfs, either black or white. They look just as cute, no matter if you darken them or some of them, or with a pattern like that, every few, or every couple. At any rate, those are very fun. We've already done Ambler. We've done Mary Shell together, and that was fun. And now today we're working on a pattern called Amplion. It's by Nina Dreyer. She's got a hyphenated name, Goddertz, and she's German. And she came up with this really cool pattern. I'll tell you what, it's a little tiny bit complicated. So we're going to have fun with it, though, and I think that you'll appreciate it when you get going. So start off with either your pen or your pencil, your choice, with a giant backwards C. Now come right back up to it on the other side with the C that kind of backs into the other C, and those should be the same size. Come inside and aura the first C and the second C. The next thing we're going to do is this pattern called mooka. And I don't know if you've done mooka before or not, but mooka's like this. Mooka is a mac and cheese in Zentangle. So I hope that you have done it, and I hope you like it. Come up like this with a stick. Turn into a candy cane. Tight like that, but not, you see I left a little opening there, and then take it down. And this little neck is something that you can thicken and do other things with. And also shading makes this mooka a lot of fun. I hope that was a clear instruction, because the next thing we're going to do is mooka. We're going to come right out of the middle of the C, and I want you to think about this. In fact, I'm going to use my pencil again to show you. Only come across this deep with your mooka. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out like this, out of the middle, raise it up, put my mooka like that. You might have to practice this a couple times. I get this. It's pretty normal, and so do the same thing with your mooka on this side. Out, 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 up. Leave that little neck. And down. Is that kind of fun? Okay, so this is also tricky. You're going to come out right, and maybe you want to do this in pencil. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Right about to here on each side. And you're just going to do the bumps. Like, remember what we did on Mary Shell? We did the bumps. We're going to do a bump there. And a bump there. One more, come in a little bit and do another bump. And another bump here. The next thing that Nina Dreyer-Goddertz does is she has a dot right up here, and she brings this little, look, it's kind of an S, out, in, and then there's one more step to this pattern. And usually Zentangle subscribes to the idea of only having 1 or 2 or 3 at the most steps. So this has quite a lot of steps. Right off this here on each side, you're going to come down and make a small mooka. So come straight down. Now, if you have a chance to Google Amplion, Zentangle Patterns Amplion, you'll see some more information about this pattern and how she came up with it and some ideas of how she made this. Here's the other side. Out, back, like the neck, and up. That one ended up to be a little different than the other. Now, I don't know if you feel like you'd like to try this again, or if you just want to put our pattern into our final little booklet. So what I'll do is assume that you will run this again if you want to. What I'm going to do is add my shading. I'm going to get my pencil out, and I'm using it as I do on the side. I'm going to put some pencil lead on either side of that thickened already area. In my mooka, I need to have a little shading. And then I'd like to have on the top of these bump outs a little shading. Grab your blender stump, darken here. Little shade. Little bit on the mooka. And it's really quite a cute pattern, don't you think? Well, practice it a couple times if you'd like. And in the meantime, grab your page 1 of your book, and we're going to do this Amplion pattern in here. And we're going to do it in square 3. And I hope this is just in pencil, because when we get over here, if you'd like, we're going to do a special treatment. You can do as much of this as you want in pencil. That's why you have this handy eraser, which we usually don't have in Zentangle, but we do today. Okay, remember you're going to make a backward C. And then we're going to go the other direction. And sometimes I think I might like to just have this for my own self here. Backward C. Oh, I like that one a lot better. Okay. Come through, aura your C. Aura the other direction. Ta-da! Yay me! Alrighty, now that I've got that, I'm going to do my mooka out here. Remember how I'm only going to go out this far. So I'm going to come out of the middle. Up, 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 around, tight, but leave the little neck, and do it again. You want to come aim for this here. Now, you know there's no problem with overdrawing anytime you want to either. So if you want to draw this and then ink it in, no big deal. Go for it. Now this one, I'm going to putting a pencil mark like I did before so that I put my bump in the right spot. But I'll tell you what else would help me is if I went on an angle like this and do it again. Still is a little wonky, but it's not bad. And the third bump. Okay, I'm aiming for that dot. I'm going to put this little medallion up here off of each side. And then remember my other mooka comes down off of here and it kind of aims to be in the middle here. So I'm going to bring it out and in, and back up. Do it again on this side, out, back in, up. That's really quite pretty. I can't wait to see yours. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Grab your eraser if you needed it for your little cheat sheet like I did, because I want pencil lead, but not in those spots. So grab your pencil, working on the side here, and let's put some shading on the inside. So the author of this pattern found a similar pattern, and she deconstructed this to look like this on a wall in a church in Germany. And then I'm going to put that pencil lead here on each side. And then I want it down the middle here. I want that to come off here and even darken it even more than it is. And then grab your blender stump, shade, shade. If you get too much shade, it's easy to do. Go ahead and get your trusty eraser back out. Oh, I hope you liked that as much as I did. Thank you for watching. I hope that you are following our Inktober fun times. And this is Zen with Emmy. I'm Emmy. And please join some friends like you and me on Emmy's Zen Friends on Facebook. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 4. Bye.